presentation of the National Football League.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60, and we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that we thought.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Patriots now in excellent field position to start things out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down at that will not be ruled a fumble. A first carry for Rashad White. And managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It'll be a gain of 5. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that is incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. Looking to put a drive together. May now off the bootleg. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 3rd and 9. To the air, May. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. Evans has it left side. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Throwing here is May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll throw with May. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's May. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start here with a handoff to White. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. Mayfield down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
180! What's up?
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
180!
To throw, Mayfield. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Emeka Egbuka from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw in that play with a loss. Short pass caught by Henry. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, they took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, they go with Irvin. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now out come the Patriots. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
May going to give it to Henderson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's back.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Henderson now on 1st and 10. Levante David in on the tackle.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. To throw, it's May. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
For the Patriots.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
It's a gain of 10. And a Buccaneer first down.
Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. So that potentially in a 4th takeaway here in the second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds Douglas complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
First and 10.
On play action, May. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw again. They set up the screen for Henderson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Henderson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down up near the 40-yard line.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's White. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Buccaneers.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. The first down screen pass, good for 5. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his man. It's White. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass break up there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Rashad White in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was all finished off by a touchdown catch from Rashad White. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Able to avoid him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So 2 quarters in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
To kick off for the Buccaneers.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're going to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To the air, May. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Dean. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
First down, here's White. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
They'll throw with May. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. He's got Hooper on the short connection. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Logan Hall in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Marte Mapu, the one to bring him down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, that was the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 5. Once again, it's Irving.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Mayfield down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mayfield with it once more. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing here is May.
Short pass caught by Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's May.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Christian Gonzalez up to make the play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
New England on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Good. 180. What's up?
A run up the middle with Irving.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
What's up?
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Pats are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does. If their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone,
And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
26-yard line.
To throw, it's May. Got a man, Boutte. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
For a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, it's Henderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Credit Yaya Diaby with a stop. They work now on 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now they need 2. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he will have a Patriots first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Short pass caught by Henry. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Diggs in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll go. It's Henderson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Running the toss to Irvin. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a handoff to Irvin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to stop it was Carlton Davis.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
220.
Baker going to give it to Irving. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they will take a knee here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Commissioner Goodell up on the podium, going to make the trophy presentation to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are your Super Bowl.